In something that possibly represented one of the biggest open secrets in the tech industry, Nvidia was fully expected to confirm the launch of both the 3080 Ti and 3070 Ti at their Computex 2021 keynote address, which was broadcast earlier this morning. Well, with the event now concluded and the dust beginning to settle, we can now confirm that both these graphics cards now officially exist and are set for release in the very near future. The announcement, however, has not come without more than a few question marks being raised. Let's do this. I wish these files would transfer faster. Come on! Whoa, is that the FireCuda 510 NVMe drive with its blistering fast speeds of 3450 megabytes a second read, 3200 megabytes a second write, and capacities of up to 2 terabyte? I can have these files transferred in no time. And if I'm looking for the ultimate performance, I could even get the 4th generation FireCuda 520. I better check the link in the description to find out more details. Firstly, we should say that like many Nvidia keynote speeches in the past, there were a lot of subjects covered here, and quite frankly, unless you're really interested in extracting every bit of information out of them, a lot of you probably won't find the vast majority of the bloat, as we call it, particularly interesting. For the sake of covering the announcements as a whole though, and don't worry, we're going to be talking a lot more about the 3070 Ti and the 3080 Ti very soon, let's quickly clear up, I guess, everything else that Nvidia mentioned in some neat little bullet points.
Welcome to Computex 2021. RTX, 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 RTX for RTX, RTX, RTX. RTX 3080 Ti is our new flagship gaming GPU. And that's not all. RTX, the all-new RTX 3070 Ti.
Dying 1983, a Japanese-style horror game was teased and it actually looks pretty good. It was somewhat kind of unusual for Nvidia to reveal an upcoming gaming release, so they're clearly pretty proud about what their GPUs can achieve in this one. In other news, Rainbow Six Siege, Icarus, and Red Dead Redemption 2 will all get DLSS support. In terms of ray tracing, Nvidia's RTX features are going to be enabled in a number of VR games. War Thunder, Naraka Blade Point, Crossfire HD and Escape from Tarkov will be getting reflex support. Doom Eternal will get both RTX and DLSS support. Better late than never, right? And Nvidia Ampere laptops will be getting notably slimmer, offering near ultra portable designs for even their top mobile GPUs. Pretty much the only shock was the fact that Nvidia's Jensen Huang didn't actually make an appearance, something that was widely expected. We can only presume he's having his kitchen cleaned or missed the recording because he had to go off and buy more spatulas. With that all out the way though, let's start talking about those graphics cards because, I mean, come on, let's face it, that's what you clicked on this video for. Well, maybe to look at my handsome face. So starting with the 3070 Ti, Nvidia has said that this graphics card will feature 6,144 CUDA cores, 8GB of GDDR6X memory, confirming a prior leak suggesting that one of the key differences between the standard 3070 and the Ti would see it transition from GDDR6 to GDDR6X, and that in terms of performance it will be around 50% stronger than the last generation 2070 Super. Set for general release on June 10th, Nvidia has said that prices will start at $599 US. You're never going to see it at that price. So Nvidia, in their own words, have already dubbed the 3080 Ti, or Ti, who seriously calls it that?
Ti.
As the new gaming flagship. And in terms of specs, it does seem to back that up. Coming with 10,240 CUDA cores and 12GB of GDDR6X memory. Nvidia claims that this will perform 50% better than the last gen 2080 Ti flagship. Set for release on June 3rd, which in case you haven't noticed is, well, only a couple of days away, and prices will apparently start at around $1,199 US. Keep it together, Andy, come on. So on the surface, this all sounds pretty good. There are, however, a few points that Nvidia's made here that have definitely raised an eyebrow. Not incidentally, that this is unusual because whenever products are launched, it's never kind of uncommon to see certain aspects downplayed or, I don't know, skewed in a certain direction. It's like misdirection. So starting with what I consider to be one of the most curious aspects, certainly a bit weird to see Nvidia drawing comparisons with both the 3070 Ti and the 3080 Ti to last gen graphics card designs. I mean, the 30 series is well established now and we know exactly what the comparative yardsticks are. Now, when it comes to, I guess, any Ti, or like I say Ti, no one calls it that, but Ti release, one of the biggest standard consumer questions usually asked is, how do these actually stack up when compared against the original non-Ti models? And put simply, Nvidia seemingly kind of deliberately avoided answering that question. While we have no doubt that both the 3070 Ti and the 3080 Ti will be better than their kind of standard variants, is the gap as substantial as it ought to be for a Ti release? Well, we're not so sure. Secondly, and it's a huge elephant in the room, we have to talk about those prices. Did you notice something interesting about a very subtle kind of change that Nvidia made here? But if you didn't, I can help you. The key difference between this and practically all prior 3000 series launches is that the words MSRP were not mentioned once. Instead, we now have prices that say starting at. This could, in a very kind of subtle way, be Nvidia acknowledging the fact that the official prices that they stated for GPUs from the 3060 all the way up to the 3090 have become completely unachievable for the average gaming consumer. Now, with the prices now kind of saying starting at, they can't really get this one wrong, can they? Because, well, let's face it, they're not going to be any cheaper than those that Nvidia have actually stated here. In fact, it's actually more than a little terrifying as to what the 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti will actually be sold for when they do land with retailers and scalpers. In conclusion though, we now officially have a rubber stamp on the 3080 Ti and 3070 Ti, and overall, while there are certainly a few question marks about some of the information provided, they appear to be, and putting the questions to one side, very decent. The proof in the pudding is in the eating, however, and as I mentioned earlier, while Nvidia has provided us with their stats and expected performance claims, we are, as always, 100% going to be checking this ourselves in some amazingly extensive benchmarks and testing. So if you really want to know just how good, or bad, the 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti is, be sure to check out our website and social media portals, because as soon as the review embargo breaks, we'll be ready to tell you exactly what we think about them and whether these new GPUs are truly worth the extra cost generally associated with the Ti branding. Speaking of cost though, do you need an affordable upgrade for your PC building tool? Well, this is where the eTeknix PC Maintenance Toolkit comes in, with everything you need to build, repair, and maintain your PC. Available over on store.eteknix.com or by clicking the link in the description. And there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know exactly what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.